Let's talk about our global supply chains. You know, the very lifeblood of our economy. Well, they're hitting a wall. And today, we're not talking about a small tweak or a minor fix. We're diving into a giant leap, into the powerful and, let's be honest, kind of strange world of quantum mechanics to solve a problem that is way bigger than you might think. Okay, let's kick things off with a pretty stark number, 38%. That's the jump in supply chain disruptions in this year alone. This isn't just a little crack in the foundation. This is a massive sign that the entire system is buckling under the pressure of, well, everything: geopolitical shifts, climate change, and its own mind-boggling complexity. So this leads to a really big question, right? With all the incredible supercomputers and slick algorithms we have, why are we falling behind? The answer, and this is the core of our explainer today, isn't about building faster computers. It's about learning to think in a completely different way. To really get your head around the scale of the problem, get ready for this number: 60 quadrillion. That is the number of possible routes for just one truck making only 20 stops. I mean, to put that into perspective, that's more possible routes than there are insects on the entire planet. No traditional computer, I don't care how fast it is, can check every single one of those. It's literally impossible. This is what experts call a combinatorial explosion, and it's the real reason for so many of our logistical nightmares. So let's dive right into our first section here, the Great Supply Chain Jam. We're about to see precisely why our current ways of computing have just slammed into a brick wall. You know, in computer science, there's a name for these kinds of puzzles, things like routing trucks or scheduling a factory floor. They're called NP-hard. Now, you don't need to remember the term, but here's all you need to know. As these problems get bigger, finding the perfect answer gets exponentially, almost impossibly harder. We're talking so hard that our fastest supercomputers would need longer than the age of the universe to solve it. That's why, for decades, we've had to settle for good enough answers. But as we're all seeing now, good enough just doesn't cut it anymore. Okay, so if our best computers are stuck in a massive traffic jam, how do we get out? We can't just build a faster car, we need a whole new kind of road. And that brings us to our second section, where we're going to look at a whole new physics for logistics. To really get how quantum computing helps, let's use an analogy. Imagine any logistics problem, finding the fastest route, whatever, as a huge, rugged mountain range. Every spot on this landscape represents a possible solution, and its altitude represents the cost. Your goal? It's simple. Find the absolute lowest valley in the entire landscape. That one single point is your perfect optimized solution. And this is where things get really cool. A classical computer is like a hiker. It walks across the landscape, always heading downhill until it hits the bottom of a valley. But here's the catch. Is it the deepest valley in the whole mountain range? The hiker has no idea. It could be stuck in a local minimum, a pretty good solution, but not the best one. To find out, it has to painstakingly climb back up and start over. Now, a quantum computer, it doesn't hike. It does something that sounds like magic. It tunnels straight through the mountains, bypassing all the peaks to find the absolute lowest point, the global minimum, almost instantly. This is the superpower we're talking about. It's called quantum tunneling. It's a real phenomenon where, at the quantum level, particles can behave like waves, letting them explore countless paths at once and find shortcuts through physical barriers. And here's the most important thing to remember. Quantum computers aren't just faster versions of what we have. They play by a completely different set of rules, using the fundamental laws of physics to find answers that are just flat out impossible for our current machine. And you know, this isn't just some far-out physics concept for a blackboard. It's a practical tool that's already moving from the lab to the real world, to the loading dock and the factory floor. Let's see how. Let's start with a really jaw-dropping result: a 97% reduction in the time it takes to schedule a really complex manufacturing process. I mean, think about that. That's not an improvement, it's a revolution. It turns a job that took minutes into something that happens in a few seconds. So where did that number come from? A real-world partnership between Ford Otisson and the quantum company D-Wave. Their challenge was absolutely massive, scheduling thousands of custom Ford Transit vans, each with over 16,000 different constraints. By using a quantum annealer, they slashed that scheduling time, which unlocks something called just-in-sequence manufacturing. In plain English, that means way less waste, fewer delays, and a factory that runs like a finely tuned watch. Okay, here's another one that hits right at the bottom line: a 10% cut in fuel consumption for a major delivery company. In a business where every single penny counts, a 10% saving adds up to millions of dollars, not to mention a serious reduction in their carbon footprint. This result came out of a pilot with DHL. The key word here is dynamic. They used quantum optimization to constantly recalculate the best routes for all their delivery trucks in real time, instantly adjusting for stuff like traffic jams or new pickups. And it didn't just save fuel, it meant more packages getting there on time. So who are the wizards behind the curtain making all this happen? Well, it's not just one or two companies working in a basement. It's a whole ecosystem of hardware builders, software geniuses, and forward-thinking businesses all pushing this forward together. Right now, there are kind of two main flavors of quantum computing. On one side, you've got quantum annealers, like the ones from D-Wave. Think of these as specialists. They are purpose-built to do one thing incredibly well, solve optimization problems using that quantum tunneling trick we talked about. They're already out there in the real world. On the other side, you have gate-based computers from folks like IBM and IonQ. These are more like a Swiss Army knife. They're general-purpose machines that can run all sorts of different algorithms. They're still in their earlier stages for logistics, but their potential down the road is absolutely enormous. Okay, so you're probably thinking, this is great, but do I need a PhD in quantum physics to actually use it? And the answer is a big, resounding no. The good news is it's a layered system. At the very bottom, you've got the raw quantum hardware. Then there's a middle layer, middleware, from companies like QCtrl that acts like a universal translator, turning your business problem into a language the quantum computer understands. And at the top, it all just plugs into the enterprise software you already use, from companies like SAP. For the end user, it's as simple as clicking Optimize. All right, this brings us to our final and maybe most important section. This tech is here and it's moving fast. So what can you actually do right now to get ready? Let's break down the playbook.
Believe it or not, your first step into the quantum world doesn't even require a quantum computer. It's something called quantum-inspired optimization, or QIO for short. Basically, these are super smart algorithms that mimic how quantum computers think, but they run on the classical computers you already own. Using QIO can give you a real efficiency boost right now, and maybe more importantly, it gets your data and your problems structured in a way that'll make it a breeze to switch over to true quantum systems down the line.
But there's another, much more urgent reason to start getting ready. You see, the same quantum power that's so good at optimization is also incredibly good at breaking the encryption that keeps all of our data safe. There's this strategy called harvest now, decrypt later. It means bad actors are stealing encrypted data today, knowing that in a few years they'll have the quantum keys to unlock it all. Suddenly, this isn't just about efficiency anymore. It's about survival.
So here it is, your simple three-step playbook to get quantum ready. First, cleanse your data. The old saying, garbage in, garbage out, is like 10 times more true for quantum. You need clean, high-quality data. Second, adopt hybrid solvers. Start using QIO now to get those immediate wins and prepare your teams for what's coming. And third, and this is crucial, secure your network. Don't wait. Start the move to post-quantum cryptography now to protect your company's secrets from that harvest now, decrypt later threat.
Look, this shift from classical to quantum logistics isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. It's happening right now, as we speak. The tools to not just survive the next wave of disruptions, but to actually thrive because of them are becoming a reality. The only question left is, are you ready for it?